What if you could download food like files? Imagine a world where food didn't come from the fridge or the oven or even your local delivery app. Instead, it came from the cloud. Literally. You press Ctrl+C on an image of a pizza online and bing, your printer hums to life and produces a steaming, fresh, perfectly cheesy slice of pepperoni in under 10 seconds. Welcome to the glorious, glitchy future of downloadable food. At first, it was revolutionary. You could right-click save your breakfast. Craving ramen? Find a photo, hit Ctrl+C, then Ctrl+V on your kitchen interface. Instantly, the food materialized via molecular 3D printing, built layer by layer like edible ink. You didn't even need plates. Downloadable meals came on biodegradable wrappers ready to eat and self-cleaning. Chefs were out of jobs. Grocery stores became museums. Fridges were retro hipster decor. The tech spread faster than wildfire, pun intended. Everyone had the feeder version 9.7 installed by the end of the year. Culinary piracy became the new Napster. Black markets popped up where people traded rare food. Zip files. Want Gordon Ramsay's scallops? Just torrent them. Download a Michelin star burger from a back alley Wi-Fi hotspot. No reservations required, but with great Ctrl+V came great consequences. Soon, people got greedy. Someone figured out you could duplicate food infinitely by just smashing Ctrl+V again and again. A kid in Ohio accidentally printed 9,000 chicken nuggets in his living room while gaming. It took 4 days and 3 industrial vacuums to clean up. But hey, his dog loved it. Then came the malware. Not the kind that steals your passwords, the kind that corrupts your cookies. Literally. Hackers started distributing glitched food files, donuts that looped endlessly when you bit into them, spaghetti that multiplied on your plate like worms, nachos that dissolved into binary once dipped. People began installing antivirus for their kitchens. A worldwide crisis struck when someone uploaded infinitecheesecake.exe onto a public food forum. Everyone who downloaded it experienced exponential cheesecake duplication. Kitchens overflowed. Cities flooded with strawberry swirl. One woman was buried alive in New York under 5 metric tons of dessert. Emergency services couldn't dig her out for 3 days. She survived by eating her surroundings. Governments tried to regulate it, of course. The International Digital Food Agency, IDFA, was created. They banned high-calorie.exe foods in schools and placed firewalls around fast food data. Blacklists were made. But people always found a way to sneak in bacon. Worse yet, people started editing recipes at the code level. Food modding became a full-blown trend. Some users uploaded hybrid monstrosities, tuna-flavored ice cream, kale-stuffed cupcakes, or deep-fried salad. There was even a trend called chaos cuisine, where every file line of code was randomized. One brave soul reported their chaos soup screamed when eaten, but things got philosophical when people stopped cooking altogether. The idea of making food became laughable. Restaurants became theaters where people watched holograms of ancient chefs like Julia Child or Gordon Ramsay yell at pixelated contestants. Children had no idea what a spoon was. Still, not everyone adapted. Old-timers who grew tomatoes in the backyard were seen as eccentric rebels. They'd whisper about texture, warmth, and flavor that doesn't taste like Wi-Fi. A cult called the Analog Chewers formed. They swore never to download a meal. They grilled fish, stirred pots, and ate slowly. The world mocked them until the servers crashed. One day, the great food cloud simply glitched. A massive server overload or maybe a cyber attack wiped out 97% of global food data. People stared at error screens. 404, pizza not found. Chaos ensued. Hungry mobs stormed USB supermarkets. Children screamed for macaroni files. Society nearly collapsed. In the aftermath, people were forced to remember how to cook, to chop, to fry, to wait. It was frustrating. It was messy. But slowly, something warm returned, not just food, but something human. Friends gathered around pots again. Strangers traded spice. People rediscovered breakfast that didn't start with Control+C. And while the world rebuilt its digital recipe banks, now with better security and backup systems, a new sticker started showing up on future food files, handmade approved. It didn't mean anything technically, but it made the meal taste better. At least that's what they said in the comments.